And now, our story continues. At first, Leroy Duval had been baffled by Jonathan Smith's suggestion that they turn Pop Walters over to Sheriff Ellis as the man responsible for the bootlegging. The unethical Duval was not above double-crossing his friend and business associate, but he also knew that Walters was hardly the kind of person to take it quietly. Walters would talk, and in talking, there was plenty he could say about Leroy Duval. But as Jonathan unfolded his plan, Duval became enthusiastic. There was little doubt in his mind that he could sell the idea to their victim. A short time after he left Mr. Smith's office, he was in his car driving to Pop Walter's sweet shop, a bulky newspaper-wrapped parcel beside him in the front seat. Duval had been an infrequent visitor to the shop in recent days, a safety precaution to avoid suspicion. So Pop was somewhat surprised when the door opened.
Hello, Stanley.
Well, Leroy, I was just thinking about you.
Interesting coincidence. What were you thinking?
That visit you made to the hospital to see Ricky. It seems to me...
Shall we move to the back room, Stanley? I think we'll be more comfortable there and less conspicuous.
You worried?
No.
And what's the matter? You think this place is being watched?
Nothing surprises me, Stanley. And I think it's more than a possibility. Shall we?
Okay. Go ahead.
Not that I feel uncomfortable visiting you, Stanley. It is a business call, you know. You see, I've just taken your order for a dozen cases of my carbonated beverage, assorted flavors. Here's your copy of the order.
Leroy, I've got so much of that blamed stuff on hand now, a circus would have to move next door before I get rid of it all.
Well, who knows, Stanley? Think how fortunate you'll be if a circus should move next door. And it does give me a legitimate reason for being here. Oh, leave it open far enough to watch the front. Now, what were you saying about Ricky?
That visit you made to the hospital. So Dr. Paul stopped your cold, huh? That kind of hurt your pride, don't it, Leroy?
My pride? Why?
Ain't you the one that always finishes what he starts?
Yes, Stanley. Dr. Paul's attitude was rather unexpected. But I'm hardly finished yet.
Well, what happened? Did Ricky talk?
Fluently, I'm afraid.
That means he ratted on me, don't it?
Undoubtedly. I don't imagine he withheld anything he knew.
Well, that's okay with me. I'm not worried.
Oh, really?
Let him talk. Let him talk an arm off. What can they do without proof? All I've got to do is to sit tight and say nothing. They can't get a thing on me.
Well, frankly, Stanley, I'm afraid I can't share your optimism.
Oh, then you are worried, huh?
Have you ever known the police to fail to get something on someone once they make up their minds to it?
Well, I gave him my side of the story, Leroy. I told him the reason Ricky brought me into it was because he was sore at me because I tossed him out of here once. I'll stick to that story.
I'm afraid it didn't convince the right people, Stanley. No, they realized Ricky had to get the liquor somewhere. Unfortunately, Ricky has sold himself to the people who can do us the most harm.
Yeah? Well, I still don't see that I've got anything to worry about. It's his word against mine, Leroy, and I ain't admitting anything. They've got to find proof.
Which they undoubtedly will, eventually, Stanley. In any event, I'm afraid your usefulness here is quite through.
Through? What do you mean?
Surely you don't think you could handle liquor again, do you?
Well, I admit it don't look good right now. But if you lay low for a little while...
Oh, come now, Stanley, come. As hot as you are, I'm afraid you underestimate the persistency of a man like Sheriff Ellis. But I'm also thinking of another eventuality. Stanley, suppose the federal authorities should become interested. Huh? That would be most unpleasant.
The Federals? You don't think they would, Leroy? Not a small potatoes for them, ain't it?
Yes and no. Not if they prematurely suspect our plans, Stanley. As I said before, nothing surprises me. And it's more than a possibility. Mr. Smith, don't you see?
Mr. Smith? How do you figure?
Why, if he hadn't become involved in the investigation, it would have passed for just what it appears to be. A small-town bootlegging incident. But Mr. Smith is a big man, Stanley. The candidate for governor. So it's had publicity all over the state. A lot more than it would have otherwise merited. No. No, it doesn't look like such small potatoes with all the newspapers carrying it.
Well, it's a screwball affair, all right.
And the fact that a high school boy is involved gives it a greater element of mystery. It stands to reason, Stanley. People will know there's an adult mind behind it. And it was our plan, wasn't it, Stanley, to have a similar setup in a number of towns over the state? Suppose others arrive at that conclusion, thinking it might be going on now. Suppose they get curious about just how big it really is. Yes, Stanley. I think we'd better consider it in terms of the attention it's attracted.
Yeah? So that's the score, huh? You're kicking me out?
Oh, of course not. You know I never play that way with my friends. Particularly with you, Stanley. Why, we've been together too long for that.
Well, what's it add up to, then? You think I ought to take a powder?
No. No, that's the last thing you should do. No, Stanley, I'm afraid you'd be watched too closely to get away.
Wait a minute, Leroy. I don't make you out. First you tell me I'm hot, and then you tell me to sit still. It don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps this'll make sense, Stanley.
What's that?
Money. Quite a lot of it.
Suffering catfish. Let me look at that. Holy smokes. All hundreds, huh?
Yes, all hundreds, Stanley. And all yours.
Mine. What's the pitch?
A nice little nest egg for confessing that you're the one who hired Ricky.
What?
Exactly, Stanley. I want you to accept full responsibility for the bootlegging.
Oh, what is this, Leroy? Do you think I've gone soft in the head?
No. As a matter of fact, I think you're smart enough to know a good thing when you see it.
Yeah, and this ain't it. What are you trying to do? Save your own neck?
Is there any reason, Stanley, for the two of us to be hurt? And, Stanley, who always gives you a job and sets you on your feet again? Now, suppose we survey the facts, eh? Sheriff Ellis believes Ricky's story. He thinks that you're the man behind it.
Hey, how do you come with this inside information?
I make it my business to know what's going on. Oh, don't you see? With Ellis suspicious, a thorough investigation is inevitable. Stanley, we can't afford that. If you give yourself up now, it means an end to the whole thing. It can be hushed up. And it also means that you'll come off with a shorter sentence. Any way you look at it, there's going to be trouble, Stanley. And you're going to be behind the 8 ball. So why not take it the easy way? Oh, you'll have a comfortable sum of money tucked away and waiting for you when you get out. You'll only have to serve a little time.
A little time? Don't make me laugh, Leroy. This won't be no first-time offense. Why, they'd most likely throw the book at me.
I said a little time, Stanley. You see, I've already arranged it so that you'll be pardoned or paroled within a few months.
Yeah? Who's going to take care of that?
Never mind. Look, haven't I always kept my promises to you?
Well, you never promised me anything like this when we started this riot.
Well, naturally. I didn't anticipate anything like this. But, Stanley, look at it sensibly. Now, why risk being caught when you can come out of it this way so easily? And, Stanley, remember, if we're both caught, I shan't be around to help you.
Wait a minute. You said there's no need for two of us to get hurt. Okay. Suppose Ellis did get on to me. They couldn't touch you unless I decided to talk. I ain't doing any double crossing. You've been playing ball, so I wouldn't squeal on you. Why hand over all this cash just to get me to do what you say is going to happen anyhow?
Well, because it's important to me to get this investigation stopped before it goes any further, Stanley. We want it cleaned up and over with, and Ricky off our necks.
Who's we?
The man who's going to arrange for you to stay only a short time in prison, Stanley. The man who will get you pardoned.
Yeah? How does he figure in it?
Look, there's no reason to be so inquisitive. I've told you all that should interest you. And Stanley, this is a lot of money. Particularly when you'll serve such a short time.
Sure, it's a lot of money. But it ain't going to do me any good if I have to sweat out several years before I can use it. No, Leroy, that pardon and parole stuff sounds good. But it also sounds mighty fanciful. I ain't blaming you, understand? But too many things can happen.
Stanley, you can't afford to turn it down.
Maybe not. But I don't see it that way. No, I'd rather take my chances with Ellis. I still don't see how he can pin anything on me if I sit tight, don't talk, and keep my nose clean. I think that's what I'll do, Leroy. I don't think I want any part of this confession deal.
Duval was filled with helpless anger for the man who was upsetting his plan, and angered at the thought of returning to Jonathan Smith and admitting that once again he had failed in a mission.